Hey y'all, Bobby and Dylan and Isabel doing a little front porch sitting this evening with the cicadas who are seem to be really loud in the
But they stopped
tree.
as soon as you started
Yeah, as
talking.
soon as I started talking, so maybe they want to hear what I have to say too. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the what Pastor Cal is starting tomorrow. He's calling it an invitation to a journey, the road to self discovery. And how he's doing that is using the enneagram. And he introduced it to us, I want to say it's probably been close to a year ago, because he said, hey, I want you guys, I know we do all these personality tests, and I really like this one for, A, B, C, D, E, F, G reasons, and he's going to talk about that tomorrow. Um, but let's just see if it can help the staff get to know each other better and kind of see. There's nine. There's nine different personality types, and like I said, Pastor Kyle will explain all this tomorrow. But just to kind of help us see how each other ticks and works and kind of how we think. Um, and so we were like, sure, whatever, okay. And I think I was one of the first ones to take a test because I've always been a strong personality. I've always been outspoken. I've always, right is right and wrong is wrong, and sort of stood up for the little person or anybody that I felt had been wronged. And I was like, okay, so I've taken a personality test before. Let's see where this thing lands. And it pegged me. It really did. But the interesting thing about the Enneagram is it doesn't pigeonhole you into, but this is just how it is. It says, this is what you are when you're good, when you're healthy, and this is where you go when you're not healthy. So when you start to recognize these things within yourself, then you need to know that you have moved to an unhealthy place within your personality or one of the other personality types. Now I moved to I'm an 8, and like I said, Pastor Kyle will kind of go through these tomorrow, and it's called the Challenger. And yeah, trust me, it was I was like, wait, what? Not again, of course, because I'm challenging. But when I moved to um, a bad place, or not a bad place, it's where it's an unhealthy place. I moved to a 7, which is has anxious tendencies and kind of not really paranoid, but just like red flag, red flag, red flag. There are really good parts to a 7 too, but so what happens is my healthy 8 moves to what is unhealthy about the 7. Okay, um, and that's probably saying a lot, but I just say that to say that it was really helpful for me when we did it. Um, we did it as a staff back in, I guess it was December, January, and then we kind of discussed it when we had a retreat in February, and he kind of talked us through, this is where you are when you're healthy, this is where you go when you're unhealthy. Be careful about um, these things, and this might be why this person does that. And I just want y'all to, this is probably not getting you excited at all because I know that Pastor Cal can explain this way better than me. But I was so interested in it that I wanted to know about my kids.
I took one long before you did.
Okay, well, the Dylan knew about it long before I did. And what did you find interesting about it? And what were your numbers?
Well, the first time I took it, I was an 8, like you were. But the most previous time I took it, I was a 5, I think, which are two polar opposites, I guess.
Yeah. Well, but that's the other thing is that it is an ongoing sort of, some people you can tell sort of immediately where they fall. Um, but Dylan, being on the spectrum, she she takes the test from a like right now point of view instead of an overarching point of view. Would you say that's right? Like, so my right now is
Yes.
my reality.
Because the first time I took it, it was my first semester of college, and I just took it, and I'm going into my 5th.
Yeah. So don't be discouraged if you take it and you go, well, that doesn't sound at all like me, because it could just be the day, and it could be that it requires further research. If you're not is this not something that you're interested in? Trust me, it's totally interesting. Um, I'm learning a lot about myself. It's causing me to stretch and grow and think about things. And this, how do people, how do I come off to people? Which I have to be very careful about, because I'm a passionate person too. And when I get task oriented, my people skills kind of go out the window. So I have to be really careful of that. So if I've ever hurt your feelings, it was probably in a work type environment where my unhealthy 8 control issues sort of took over. So please accept my apologies. It's super interesting. You can go as deep as you want or stay as shallow as you want. It's it's all about spiritual growth, growing as a person, and it really has helped me. Has it helped you to kind of dig into that a little bit and just?
Oh yeah, it's interesting because you're primary, and then you can get into wings, which is a secondary of your type, and they don't have to be next to each other, depending on who you are. If the more research you do into it, there's a bunch of articles on your numbers, strengths, your weaknesses, your, like she was saying, your unhealthy, healthy, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
There's probably thousands of articles and
Oh, for sure. It's not something that is new by any stretch of the imagination.
it's a whole. I mean, it's a whole book.
Yeah, it's a whole book. Be careful though. Pastor Cal has posted some reliable sources. If you go to the app and go to the notes section for tomorrow's sermon, it's there. You can also find it on the Facebook page below where the uniquely made, it's a green, it'll be our series title for this series. So do be careful. I guess, warn you of that. Be careful of your sources. Everybody has their own opinion about it. But trust me, when Pastor Cal does the research, he's giving us reliable sources, and he's giving us things that people and resources that we can trust, because he's vetted them already. And he's been doing this a really, 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 really long time with the enneagram. So
I think it's the best, most accurate, most in-depth personality test that you can take if you really want to know every little minute detail.
yeah, that's good. I think we'll end there, because that's a really good observation. So we'll see you tomorrow. If you join us online, the stream will start at 9:55, and we will jump on at 10 o'clock to see you. If you're joining us in the house, yay! We'll be really excited to see you. Doors open at 9:30 and close at 10:05, just so we can be sure everybody's seated and we have a safe, socially distant atmosphere. So Dylan and I will wave at you in the morning from the stage, maybe blow you a kiss, maybe.
Bella won't.
Bella won't. No, Bella won't be there, because Bella will steal the show. But anyway, we look forward to seeing you in the morning, either online or in-house, and we appreciate you listening to us. So later, peeps.
Say bye.
Bye-bye.